All right, shalom, shalom, Kwame Ashala. Just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakaha Chadash, and nibble honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well and that do teach well and that have taught me this truth. To you I say shalom, and shalom to the hopeful elect, Kwame Ashala and Abad Babal. All right, so I just want to go into a little bit of history, going into the Babylonian captivity, which is ancient Babylon, all right, that we experienced with music. And I have an account that's found in the Jewish Encyclopedia. I'm going to pull up that account and I'm going to link it with Psalms 137, verses 1 through 4. So I'm going to read Psalms 137, verse 1 through 4, and then we're going to get the account. All right, so anyways, it says, "In experience of the captivity by the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yea, we wept when we remembered Zion." So, yeah, they're lamenting, they're crying because of how they're in captivity, and they're remembering how good they had it in when they weren't in captivity, when they were in their homeland. Right, so it wasn't a good experience. It was a very traumatic experience, being under Nebuchadnezzar, being under these Babylonians. And think about it, man. Think of what it feels like to be forced out your own land, your own country, forced out your own homes, seeing your family being enslaved and killed right before your eyes. It's not a good experience. So they're crying. Okay, so verse 2, "We hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. For there they that carried us away captive required of us a song, and they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, Sing us one of the songs of Zion. How shall we sing Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's song in a strange land?" And yes, so this is what I'm going to get into in verse 3, because Nebuchadnezzar, he ordered singers out of the temple to sing their sacred music in honor of the Babylonian idols. He would do that at certain times, right? So they didn't like that, and that's happening today. You have these entertainers or musicians, that come out of our nation, musicians like Beyonce, P. Diddy, Jay-Z, Rick Ross, Prince, Michael Jackson. They're singing and entertaining the so-called white man in the other nations, and they're paying homage to the gods of Babylon. Okay, you're seeing them do that now. They have sold their souls, and they're paying homage to the gods of the other nation, to the gods of Babylon, and that's to make money. Right, so I'll read verse 3. "For there they that carried us away captive required of us a song." That's right, get up and dance. Get up and dance. I'm gonna give you a contract. I'm gonna make you famous. "And they that wasted us required of us mirth." That's right. And you can add these professional athletes to entertainers, movie stars. Right, those are talented men that come out of our nation, and mighty men that come out of our nation. "And they that wasted us required of us mirth," make money, and they like to make money off of you. And the NBA is set up to make you Jewish people rich. And how are you Jewish people being made rich? By making men like LeBron James run up and down the court. And LeBron James, he ain't got no problem with that, man, because he's making billions of dollars, man. But it's very belittling. Matter of fact, let me get Jeremiah 2. Jeremiah chapter 2, verse Jeremiah 2, I think it's verse 13. Yeah, verse 13, verse 14. You get it here. Yeah, verse 14. "Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled?" That's right. So Israel Is Israel a servant? And the answer is no, he's not. Because what does Israel mean? He is the prince of the power. So you're a prince, right? So that means you're a son of a king. So it means you're a lord. Really, you're supposed to have servants. And it says here, is he a homeborn slave? And a lot of you Israelites, man, in this life, in this modern time that we're living in, yes, you are homeborn slaves. You are servants. It says here, why is he spoiled? And why are you spoiled? You're spoiled because you went away from worshiping Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And now the curses are on you. And now you're going to become a servant. Now you're going to become a homeborn slave. When you read Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15 on down, it says you're going to be a slave. You're going to go into captivity if you shy away from worshiping Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai the right way. Right? So if you become rebellious, them curses are going to fall upon you. You're not good. Now I'll get this. Isaiah chapter 51, verse 14, because we're captives. But the elect, the captive exile, is hastening that he is let loose and that he doesn't die down here. So it says here, the captive exile hasteneth that he may be loosed, and that he should not die in the pit, nor that his bread should fail. That's right. He doesn't want to die in this captivity faithless. He doesn't want to die in this captivity not knowing who he is, not having this knowledge, which really is the bread. He doesn't want to die in that pit, which really is the system. And a lot of people out here, they're caught up in the system. And by the way, there's many systems within this system. Right? You got the entertainment world, that's a system, right? You got the judicial system, our people are caught up in that. You got the school system, our people are caught up in that, man. So it's a sad life living here as a captive, especially if you don't know who your Lord is and who you are and where you go back to. And really, this is talking about the elect, that captive exile, the elect. And the captive exile, they're going to be singing the new song, the righteous song. And they're not going to be singing it for the so-called white man and the other nations. They're going to be singing it for their Lord. And also at the same time, they're going to be teaching their people, which are of the elect, to sing the song. Right? Now, anyways, let's go back to Psalms chapter 137. And we're going to get the account of this. We're going to go into the Jewish Encyclopedia here. And I'll post a link in the description during post-production for anybody that wants to check this out for themselves. Now, I'm going to start from here. Okay, and this is Nebuchadnezzar's cruelty, right? And that's where I'm reading from. Nebuchadnezzar's cruelty, as you can see here. And it says, on this occasion, Nebuchadnezzar ordered the singers of the temple to add their music to his feast. But they preferred to bite off their fingers or even to be killed. That's right, death before dishonor. So they bit off their fingers or they probably killed themselves, committed suicide, so they wouldn't have to pay homage to the idols of Babylon, right? Rather than to play their sacred music in honor of the Babylonian idols. Yeah, that's right, sacred music. And we're a very musical people. You got the Songs of Solomon. You got Psalms, which is the book of songs, and all of that is to praise Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Man, when David was, or King David, Salakia, when he was moving the Ark of the Covenant, there was an account, it says, Israel played before the Lord with all their might. That goes into singing and playing the harp, psalteries, the timbrels and the cymbals, and blowing the trumpets, man. So we're a very musical people, and we like to use music to express our thanks and praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. So that's what they'll do in this kingdom. They'll use that against us, right? They'll use our God-given talents. They'll use what we like to do to serve the Lord, and they'll turn it against us. And that's what you're seeing today with these modern-day musicians, especially the ones that sold out. Now they get contracts and they have to work for these record label companies, right? And if they want to make so-called righteous music, because some of them do, they can't, because it's within their contract. They have to sing a certain way, right? But the ones on the right hand side, we're going to sing the right way. We're going to sing the new song. We're going to teach the scriptures the right way, giving you the 100% truth and teaching it. We're not going to get caught up with a 501c3 charter, right? And you know what I mean. All right, so let me get the account of King David, because I said that we are a very musical people. So this is 1 Chronicles chapter 13, verse, I'll probably start at 6. Yeah, moving around the Ark of the Covenant. I don't know, where should I read? I'll start verse 3. And let us bring again the Ark of the Most High, our power, to us, for we inquired not at it in the days of Saul. And all the congregation said that they would do so, for the thing was right in the eyes of all the people. So David gathered all Israel together from Sheor of Egypt, even unto the entering of Hamath, to bring the ark of the Most High from Kirjath-jearim. And David went up, and all Israel, to Baalah, that is, to Kirjatharim, which belonged to Judah, to bring up thence the ark of the Most High, or the ark of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that dwelleth between the cherubims, whose name is called on it. And they carried the ark of the Most High in a new cart out of the house Abinadab. And Uzzah and Ahio drave the cart, and David and all Israel played before the Most High with all their might, and with singing, and with harps, and with psalteries, and with timbrels, and with cymbals, and with trumpets. And when they came unto the threshing floor of Chidon, Uzzah put forth his hand to hold the ark, for the oxen stumbled, and the anger of Yahweh was kindled against Uzzah, and he smote him, because he put his hand to the ark, and there he died before the Lord. Nah, true. Yeah, because he wasn't supposed to touch it. He wasn't called forth to put his hands on that ark, so he got judged for doing that. But anyways, the point was made in verse 8. I hope you're still with me. I know you guys have a short attention span. But anyways, the point is in verse 8, with the harps and with the psalteries, the timbrels. We're a very musical people, and we will express our love and thanks to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai by playing instruments and singing. That's how we worship the Lord too. All right. So we're a very musical people. So these devils, man, they use music against us. They use music to get us to go off. And that's why I read this account, right? So that's some history going into Psalms 137. Now, let me get Revelation chapter 14 and 2. Let's get Revelation chapter 14 and 2, because the song, really, the Lord's song, is the truth, which is really wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the word. Okay, and it says in Psalms 137, in verse 4, how shall we sing Yahweh's song in a strange land? How? Right? How? The Lord's song in a strange land. And Babylon is a very strange land. Very strange. What does the word strange mean? Let me pull it up. At an online dictionary. Strange. Let's get the word strange. Elsewhere, foreign, of another country, unknown, unfamiliar, not belonging to the place where found. And when we went into Babylon, it was a very strange land. They had different customs, the way the people acted, the mannerism, even the spirit of that land, because you had wicked people in that land. So it was very strange unto us. And that's America. America is a very strange place. Very strange. It's very inhospitable. Especially to our people, man, especially the states, the divided states of America. It's different in every state. America is all the same, but when you go into the individual states, man, it's a different world. It's very strange, when it comes to the culture, the laws, the food, how the system is set up. It's strange, and some of our people, well, most of our people, they don't understand how to move around in that strange land. But if you have the song, if you have the word, you'll be able to survive this place. You'll be able to move around, and it's not a pretty experience. But that's why you Israelites, you're able to cope, because you have this truth. You're able to sing that song and worship the Lord in this strange place. You're not caught up out there. And I'll say this, man, if I didn't have this truth, my life would be a lot worse than it is now. I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact. Anyways, I'm rambling. Let's move on. So this is Revelation chapter 14, verse 2. And it says, "And I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers, harping with their harps, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne, and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song, but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which were not defiled with woman, for they are virgins." That's right, and they weren't defiled by woman, which means the philosophies of the other nations, going into their doctrines and etc. So they were virgins because of that. They were pure. So it's not talking about being a virgin in the flesh, right? That's not what it's talking about. It's just that they weren't defiled by the doctrines and philosophies of the other nations. For they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb being Yahushai, whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the Most High and to the Lamb. And in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of the Most High. That's why they're without fault. Even though they go off because they're in the flesh, they're still precious before the sight of Yahweh Bashem Yoshai. And really, those are the ones that are destined to make it out of here. But the main point is, man, they were singing that song, that new song. That song is the truth. Harping with their harps is the truth, man. Singing it. So that means they're going to be out in the highways and byways singing the song, which is going into the scriptures, breaking down the scriptures, exalting their voice as a trumpet. Right? Matter of fact, let me get that. Voice like a trumpet. Trumpet. This is Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1. "Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sin." That's right. And they're singing the song. You notice it said, "Lift up thy voice like a trumpet." You're gonna be that means you talk loud. But you notice they use an instrument. So we're singing that song, man. We're singing that song, and we're showing our people their transgression, where they went off in the Bible, calling out and teaching the elect. Okay, so that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Chief place of concourse. Place. Let's see if I can find it. Here we go. Because that's where you're going to find the word. That's where you're going to find the song. You're not going to find the song at a concert, at a Beyonce concert. You're going to find that new song in the chief places of concourse, which is the highways and byways. And that's where the men of the Lord are singing the song. So this is Proverbs. I'll start at 20. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20. "Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets." That's right. She's singing. That's her voice, uttering her voice. She's singing in the streets. That wisdom, which is, it's really another name for wisdom, is Sophia. And that's the scriptures, right? And that's the new song. "Uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates." And the openings of the gates. The gate is where you access, where you gain access to the city. That's the first entrance. So that's where we're at. We're at the chief places of concourse, the gates. That goes into the financial district. Where people move around and come up about, to do shopping, to go about their day to day. That's where we're at, right? You know, a chief place of concourse would be like Victoria and Dundas, Christie Pitts, those areas, those busy areas where all types of people from different walks of life are going about their day to day. That's where you got to be to catch the elect. So anyways, it says, she crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the opening of the gates, in the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. That's right. And not everybody's going to understand the song, you know, but the elect will. They'll understand, and they'll come to their senses, and they'll realize, man, at one point they were simple. Right? And then you're gonna you're gonna get scorners. Scorners are gonna come up and they're gonna hate this song. You're gonna hear that. You're gonna hear that. But anyways, man, that's all that I wanted to bring out for that. Next one is Psalms 33 and 2. Psalms 33 and 2. It says, praise to the Creator and Preserver. I'll start verse 1. Rejoice in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, O ye righteous, for praise is comely for the upright. Yeah, praise is beautiful for the upright. Yeah, it is. Praise Yahweh with harp, sing unto him with the psaltery and an instrument of 10 strings. Sing unto him a new song, play skillfully with a loud noise. That's right. You know, and yeah, you gotta get really in it. You gotta get in tune with that song. You know, you gotta have soul to sing the new song, and you gotta have that righteous spirit in you, spirit of a righteous Israelite. And it says play skillfully, man. You know, dividing the word and going into the breakdowns, getting deep, right? So and that takes time, you know, because you don't become a great singer overnight. You gotta work on that skill, right? And brothers, man, that are singing this song, they're on different levels. You got very good teachers out here. You got fervent speakers. You got men that are learned. And then you have some men that have the whole package, man. You know? So, yeah, you got to play skillfully with a loud noise. For the word of Yahweh is right, and all his works are done in truth. Yeah, that's true. So anyways, that's all I got. I hope this was edifying. Till next time, just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai B'Hashem Rakah Chadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well and that do teach well and have taught me this truth. To you I say shalom.